Trump engaged in an insurrection, judge says, but should remain on Colorado ballot. A Colorado judge has rejected an attempt to remove former President Donald Trump from the state's 2024 primary ballot based on the claim that he is constitutionally barred from office because of the January 6, 2021, insurrection. The major decision issued Friday by Colorado District Judge Sarah Wallace comes after judges in Minnesota and Michigan also refused to remove Trump from that state's Republican primary ballots. These three high-profile challenges against Trump, which had the backing of well-funded advocacy groups, have so far failed to remove him from a single ballot, with the 2024 primary season fast approaching. Wallace said she was keeping the former president on the ballot because the 14th Amendment's insurrectionist ban does not apply to presidents, though she found that Trump engaged in an insurrection on January 6, 2021 through incitement, and that the First Amendment does not protect Trump's speech. The 14th Amendment, ratified after the Civil War, says American officials who take an oath to support the Constitution are banned from future office if they engaged in insurrection. But the Constitution doesn't say how to enforce the ban, and it has only been applied twice since 1919, which is why many experts view these lawsuits as long shots. The provision explicitly bans insurrectionists from serving as U.S. senators, representatives, and even presidential electors, but it does not say presidents. It says it covers any office, civil or military, under the United States, and Wallace ruled that this does not include the office of the presidency. After considering the arguments on both sides, the court is persuaded that officers of the United States did not include the President of the United States, she wrote. It appears to the court that for whatever reason the drafters of Section 3 did not intend to include a person who had only taken the presidential oath. Legal scholars believe these cases will, in some form, end up at the U.S. Supreme Court. But before that, the GOP and independent voters who filed the Colorado lawsuit in coordination with a liberal watchdog group could first file an appeal to the Colorado Supreme Court. Trump engaged in an insurrection. In her ruling, Wallace concluded that Trump engaged in the January 6 insurrection by inciting his supporters to attack the U.S. Capitol, but that the 14th Amendment's ban on insurrectionists holding office does not apply to the president. The court finds that petitioners have established that Trump engaged in an insurrection on January 6, 2021 through incitement, and that the First Amendment does not protect Trump's speech, Wallace wrote, referring to the rally at the Ellipse on the morning of January 6. Such incendiary rhetoric, issued by a speaker who routinely embraced political violence and had inflamed the anger of his supporters leading up to the certification, was likely to incite imminent lawlessness and disorder, she wrote. Trump's campaign has said these lawsuits are meritless attempts to deploy an absurd conspiracy theory to block him from office, especially when he has a commanding lead in the GOP primary and is doing well in head-to-head polls against President Joe Biden. We applaud today's ruling in Colorado, which is another nail in the coffin of the un-American ballot challenges, Trump spokesman Stephen Chung said in a statement.